Tai Mo Shan. Standing at a whopping 957 meters, it is Hong Kong's highest mountain. Wow! I love hiking, so it's definitely a peak I've always wanted to climb. But I know, it being so high makes it no walk in the park. Nevertheless, challenge accepted. My name is Pac, and today we're going all the way to the top. Welcome to my Tai Mo Shan Adventure. So, before any hike, it's really important to know the route you'll be taking. To conquer Tai Mo Shan, we'll be taking the green minibus 23K from Tai Po Market MTR station to San Yuk Ka, which is a village just outside of Tai Po. Then, we'll hike the Wilson Trail Section 7 to Lead Mine Pass campsite. From there, we begin our ascent to Tai Mo Shan, taking the MacLehose Trail Section 8. Once we've reached the top, we'll enjoy the views, and then hike back down on Tai Mo Shan Road. Sounds like a plan. Let's go! Right now, we're outside San Yuk Ka, which is a village just on the outside of Tai Po, and that's where I started my hike. Now, I'm going to be walking to what's called Lead Mine Pass, which is where we'll begin our ascent to Tai Mo Shan. I'm really excited for this hike, because it's my first time hiking Tai Mo Shan, and I'm hiking one of the two 900-meter peaks in Hong Kong. Now, Tai Mo Shan is the highest peak in Hong Kong, standing at 957 meters, which is insane. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what it's like up there, what I can see. I might be able to touch the clouds. I'm so excited, honestly. Wow, I'm already getting tired from this road. Haven't even begun to hike yet. All right, we just made it to the beginning of the trail, and to my left-hand side is the sign that says Lead Mine Pass. If you see the sign, you know you're going in the right direction. Yeah. Make sure to pass the sign if you want to go to Tai Mo Shan. I get it. So let's keep going. Right now we're hiking the Wilson Trail, Section 8, but later we're going to go onto the MacLehose Trail, Section 8 also. Now the MacLehose Trail is the one that takes us up the mountain, and the Wilson Trail gets us to Lead Mine Pass, which is where we begin our ascent. Just now, my camera, well, while you're watching that scene, it fell onto the ground, and it really gave me a fright, because I'm so worried the lens would crack. Luckily, it's fine, and I can still make the video. But man, I gotta be more careful where I put my camera. This part of the trail is a lot of uphill. This part before we reach Lead Mine Pass, a lot of stone stairs and rocks to climb up on. It's really quiet here. I'm going on a weekday, on Tuesday, and there's hardly any people on the trail, so it really feels like you get all the space to yourself. Whew, these stairs are really tiring me out. That's good. I've just reached Lead Mine Pass campsite, and it's a nice place. As you can see, there's like a washroom, a vending machine, a couple seats to rest. And yeah, oh boy, do we really need rest, because that part of Wilson Trail was, it's got a lot of uphill, let's just say, yeah. It makes you tired even before you get up onto Tai Mo Shan. So I'm gonna take a bit of a break here, drink some water, of course, always have to hydrate, And then next, we're gonna go to Tai Mo Shan. Right behind me is the gate to MacLehose Trail Section 8. Now, MacLehose Trail Section 8 is the trail that's gonna take us to the top of Tai Mo Shan. As you can see, like, the gate very conveniently states which trail it is, so you really can't get lost here, which I think is a really nice touch to this hike. All right, let's go. If there's one thing I love about hiking in winter in Hong Kong, is that the hills turn into a golden brown color. To my left here, you can see there's a lot of silver grass. Now, this silver grass turns gold in winter. Usually it's a greenish color in summer, but in winter time they turn into this beautiful golden color, which makes the whole landscape look just very different from when it's in summertime. And I really think it looks a lot nicer. There it is, folks, we can see it. The top of Tai Mo Shan. Right on the top, there's a weather station, a radar station, I mean. It's run by the Hong Kong Observatory, but a fun fact for you is that during the colonial period, you know, when Hong Kong was under British government, that radar station used to be run by the Royal Air Force, RAF. That's cool, isn't it? We still got more uphill to go. Tai Mo Shan Peak, still far away. But man, I'm really enjoying this. You guys, this is unlike anything, unlike many hikes in Hong Kong. You really get a sense of space. Like, it's really wide open here. Because many hikes in Hong Kong that I've tried, they're really nice. But you don't really get like, they tend to be really narrow too, you know? Like, you have to walk in single file up the hill. But here, it's massive. You really feel like you can really, you know, let go here, and you really feel free. One thing you'll notice when you hike Tai Mo Shan is that, man, there are a lot of boulders. I can't believe how huge they are, like the size of a car. And they're all over the place, you know? I've been hiking on the MacLehose Stage 8 section of the trail for around an hour and a half now, I think. And well, it appears like we still have a long way to go to get to the top, which is marked by the radar station. I'm not gonna complain with views like these, even though I am getting a little tired. Ooh moo, look what I found. There appears to be several cows on the mountain, and well, they appear to just be chilling here, enjoying the weather and the view, like me. Oh yeah, the peak is getting really close now, and it appears I've reached a point in the hike where the dirt trail gives way to a paved road, which is nicer to walk on, but I'm gonna miss the dirt trails because there's always something fun about walking on the dirt, hearing the dirt underneath your shoes, and you really feel like you're in nature. But, you know, let's get to the top now. Let's go. Here's a fun fact for you. Tai Mo Shan is actually an inactive volcano, and it dates back to the Jurassic period, which is a time when the dinosaurs lived. How cool is that? Boy, am I starving. Hot diggity dog. So good. The road up is very steep. Up here it's amazing to see how much of Hong Kong you can really see just in one view. Take a look at this. You can see, well, I can see okay, Central, and then Kowloon, Sha Tin. You might notice the white Buddha statue, Pat Sin Lang, which is just over Tai Mai Tuck. Wow, it's quite amazing, isn't it? Yes! We finally made it to the top. Here I am standing at 900 plus meters, and behind me is the Hong Kong Observatory radar station. Feels great to be here. Man, it was a long hike up. I estimate I spent like around 4 hours hiking up here, but totally worth it. The views, the sky, just the open feeling that you don't really get in Hong Kong. You can really feel out here at Tai Mo Shan. So I might have lied at the beginning of this video about the actual about the going all the way to the top of Tai Mo Shan, because unfortunately the highest part of Tai Mo Shan is well, it is the radar station, and people are prohibited from entering the radar station because, well, it's government property. So technically we are only around 920 meters high at the highest point of this hike, which is still a lot, yeah, but that would make Lantau Peak just a bit higher at 934. But still, I mean, being up here is still quite amazing, because up here you really get a sense of scale. Everything looks so small, and you really feel open, you know, you really feel like you're close to the sky. So now we're beginning our descent down from Tai Mo Shan. Look at how much we've walked. All of that was part of our climb up Tai Mo Shan. And being up here, it feels amazing just to see how much we've accomplished. Whew! Amazing. Here's another fun fact. Did you know that Tai Mo Shan in Cantonese is Tai Mo San? And it actually has two meanings. One, it literally sounds like, in Cantonese, it literally sounds like Big Hat Mountain, which I guess makes sense because the mountain is really wide. It's really wide. It's not like a very thin peak. It's almost like an upside down plate. It's quite wide, you know, so it's kind of like a hat, I suppose. In Cantonese, it also literally sounds like Big Fog, Big Cloud Mountain, which the thing is that up here, a lot of the times, the clouds are low enough that, you know, you can touch them. You can walk in the clouds when you're up here. But today the weather just seems to not be in that condition, so we didn't get to see that today. But you can usually, if you're lucky, you can sometimes see a sea of clouds at Tai Mo Shan, which, you know, that's something I definitely will come back here to see one day. And you really can feel like you're walking on clouds. Nevertheless, being up here, well, you do feel really close to the clouds. They feel much, much closer. It's almost as if you could just reach up and touch them. Definitely is a different kind of perspective than being, say, just, you know, at sea level. It does feel a lot closer, and it's a kind of a surreal feeling, but it's an awesome feeling for sure. An interesting feature of Tai Mo Shan is its meandering roads. As you can see, the roads, they curve down the mountain in a very interesting kind of niche shape. I just find it really cool. This part of the hike appears to be quite popular, even on a weekday. You can see many hikers hiking up and down this road. Many people drive up here to enjoy the views as well. While here, it's important to watch out for passing cars. Hey folks, I've reached the Tai Mo Shan Visitor Center, and I put my mask back on because this is pretty much the end of the hike after a short walk down to the bus stop. And there are a lot of people here. So the visitor center was closed when I went to try to visit it, but there was a refreshment kiosk selling, like siu mai, udon, and a bunch of chips, drinks, cold drinks, which you might need after a big hike like Tai Mo Shan for sure. It's a nice little feature to this hike, and there's also a bathroom if you've been holding for so long. We've made it! This is the end of the hike. I can't believe it, but we're at Route Twisk. Man, that was a long and challenging one for sure, but it was definitely worth it for the breathtaking views, yes, both figuratively and literally, the fresh air, and the sense of openness that you just don't get in a crammed city like Hong Kong. So right now, I'm about to take the KMB bus 51 back to go to Tuen Wan, which I'll then take an MTR to get home. The bus stop is just located right in front of me. It's on Route Twisk, so it's on next to the road. Very close by, you won't miss it for sure. And this is probably the most popular way of getting out of Tai Mo Shan Country Park. Or you could drive, as you've seen many cars were driving down the mountain while I was walking down. So that's another option as well. And yeah, it's been a good hike, everybody. For sure, it was a tough one, but a beautiful one for sure. And I'm sure I'd recommend that you all try this hike. It's definitely, I'm sure you find it just as amazing as I did, because it's so awesome. That was a lot of fun, but man, I was so tired after that hike, so exhausted. I slept so well that night. Anyways, the well-marked trails, stunning views, the wide open sky, and fresh air make hiking Hong Kong's highest peak very nice indeed. The hike definitely was quite the challenge, but I think it is conquering difficult things that makes hiking feel so rewarding. You really do feel a sense of accomplishment once you're at the top. Overall, I would highly recommend this Tai Mo Shan hike. It's definitely one of my favorites. You gotta give it a try. Okay folks, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, I would be so happy if you gave it a like. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please don't forget to comment down below. Thanks for watching everybody. See you next time.